I would like to make a formal apology to everybody who's watching this video.
Please pardon her, because I don't want to like explode inside my, like on my face, okay? Hi guys!
Welcome back to another episode of Eat Book Tries Everything. Today we will be trying everything from
7-Eleven!
number 1 is the Hanjuku egg.
Okay, correct.
Number 2 it's the mac and cheese.
Good choice.
I haven't found my number 3 yet.
Okay, for me, right, I got 3. Hanjuku eggs is always the top tier.
Yes.
Second is the chicken biryani. And lastly, right, I really love the chicken bulgogi wrap. It's just very hearty, like, especially if it's warm.
Okay.
But you know, Hanjuku egg is our number 1.
Yes.
Of course lah, walao. Of course you will dine in here and there, right? But 7-Eleven is a must to try. Because there's a lot of 7-Eleven around the world, but I feel Singapore one is different from different countries. So one of my favorite one is Thailand. I
Yeah.
tell you, the moment you go there, right, just buy all the sandwich, can already. All the hot food that they serve also, oh, I tell you, wow.
Recently, I was in Sapporo, and I think the best thing I had there was their egg and cheese sandwich.
Oh, wow.
Their egg and cheese sandwich is so good. I had it almost every day. Okay, we are ready to eat now. Have you prepared your stomach?
This one got a lot of space. We can eat everything from the store, you know?
Wait, can I just say, right? My stomach space is 1 gig. His stomach space is 1 terabyte.
No, 3
Okay?
terabyte. Okay, let's go. So I see something colorful here.
Yes.
I think we try the risky one first.
Okay.
Pandan cooler.
I'm not so sure about these guys.
Right. Say, I mean, pandan in general is like is a good ingredient lah, but in a drink,
Yeah.
like you know, just try. I can definitely taste the pandan essence inside, but very little.
I think it's very artificial pandan flavor. I think that it's a good novelty drink, but not something that you were like, oh my god, I crave. I say softly so that the staff don't hear me, but I give a D.
I'm gonna give a D for this one. With that said, right, maybe the other flavors are better. You know, mango cooler, correct?
I think it's just artificial mango lah.
Correct.
Correct.
Artificial mango flavor.
It's exactly what you would expect from
Yes.
a artificial mango flavor.
Yeah, but if you ask me, right, I would rather buy this one than this one. But I feel like the mango used here is not as sweet. It's a little bit like sour.
What will you rate this? I think I'll give it a C.
I think I'm gonna give this a C as well.
On to the next
Okay,
one.
you know I love blossoms, right? So I have high expectations on this drink. And watermelon.
I feel like certain fruits, right, tastes okay when it's artificial, but watermelon is not one of them. I think this is on the same level as
The pandan.
the pandan, so I'll give it a
D. I'm gonna give it a D as well. Now I'm more excited with the food.
So Larry,
Yes.
croissant time.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of croissants, but I'm here to try.
The butter flavor is quite strong.
Yeah, I was expecting something like, you know, those like
Flat and limp and set,
or like hard kind, you know. But this one is a bit airy lah.
crispy. Butter flavor is quite strong. I think better than expected.
1, 2, 3, B. I see some chocolate stuff lah. So
Oh, to be honest, I've never seen chocolate croissant look like that before. I'm quite impressed that there's actually chocolate inside. The chocolate is on the sweeter side, but I think that the fact that they have quite a decent amount of chocolate inside is really impressive.
I'm still gonna give it a B. And with that being said, I think this can be a C lah, the plain croissant.
Da, 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 da. Chicken.
Actually, right, it's quite huge.
It's like standard salty fried chicken, no?
But usually, when these places, right, you expect that the meat is dry.
Dry, but
right?
it's not. It's quite nice and oily inside.
Yes, and the flavor is like not overly
Yeah.
salty. I feel $3 for a la
A bit
carte,
steep.
right? A bit steep lah, but flavor-wise, like not bad leh.
For me, this is like a C.
Same.
Shall we move on to their wing, wing, wing?
Wing, 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 wing it.
Fly, fly, fly.
You know the chicken wing hack? How to do that? You just need to squash, right? I show you, huh?
It looked a bit fail, but okay. Actually, the batter is the same. It's just which part of the chicken.
Can or see.
Yeah, C. Okay, chicken cutlet. Perfect for people who don't want to bother with the bones.
Yeah, I feel this one, the marinade is a bit stronger because like it's more on the saltier side. Yeah, but I think the more you eat this, the more you will get the salt rush. If there's a C down a bit, I will put.
Yeah,
Because a bit
C
salty lah.
minus.
So now we're trying the hot and spicy drumlets.
It better be hot and spicy. Yeah.
Just no lah.
I mean, got a bit lah.
It's more of like
Children.
yeah, and it's more like peppery spice
Yeah.
than like the
chili
la la,
spice.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my problem here, right, it's not as juicy as the drumstick, but it's not as salty as a chicken cutlet.
Correct. But maybe also because they are situated in Jewel, a lot of foreigners here. You cannot hot and spicy Singapore style, you know, like Mac spicy,
Like
you know that.
lah, you
Yeah.
know, around C lah, around
Yeah,
there lah,
I will give it a C area.
We'll be moving up to our next one.
Okay.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Skin is like more pale.
This is the kind of nugget that you buy at home and cook. You know, I'll give it a D actually.
For me, it's a D as well because I feel like the drumlets better. Okay, this looks a little bit more promising.
It has the oil taste.
You see the layers of fat. You eat popcorn chicken, right? The meat inside of popcorn chickens, right? It's not a lot also. It's just a
The
really
flour.
nice bite, right? This one is all meat, which I think is not bad. It's also a good thing, but I wish the skin is a little bit crispier.
This one is like a E.
Same for me, this is on the E level. So
Okay.
there are like new drinks, and I feel like this is more the Frap series lah. Here we have the mocha, the salted caramel, and the banana caramel yogurt. Having quite high expectations with these drinks because they really look very aesthetic. Okay, let's try. I expected it to be very sweet though, but actually not bad.
Okay, I think I can taste more of the coffee than the chocolate.
Right, yeah.
I'll give it a C.
Okay, for me, right, it's like C and plus a bit.
What?
Yeah.
Rating what?
No,
What
because
about
like
plus, minus?
it's like not just Ken Law, you know, it's like average but not better than average.
Okay.
You know, something like that. Okay, C. So I love salted caramel stuff, so I hope that this
It's nice.
is nice. When you had the first sip, right?
It's like
the salted caramel
caramel, yeah.
feeling, you know, that's why I'm quite happy. But then
Yeah, I don't think I can drink the whole thing. It lives up to the name lah.
Yeah.
But, I think it's a bit too sweet and sickly to drink the whole thing.
yeah, I'll give this a C as well because I feel they are like the
About-
same.
yeah.
Next, matcha. Do you like matcha?
Yes, I love
Oh.
matcha.
The color is nice though. Yeah, it's moss green colors. You have a fishy taste.
Yeah.
Right? Oh yeah. Got a bit of fishy taste. Yeah. Okay, so Amanda and I concluded that this drink is an F. We are so sorry because like I feel like the taste of the matcha got this like
Yeah, fishy
fishy like roasted seaweed kind
Yeah.
of like flavor, which I feel like for a good matcha, right, it shouldn't be that way. You
Yes,
know, what
it
is a
should
good
be
matcha?
Like bitter with like the matcha flavor, and then after it's a
Yeah.
bit sweet because from the milk.
Let's hope that the banana caramel yogurt will save the day. When I saw this drink, I was like expecting those like Bingray, like you know,
yeah,
banana milk thing that you see on Korean like dramas and all,
Mm.
right? It's too sweet lah.
Okay, I think that I will give this an E. It's partially because I don't like artificial banana flavor.
Okay.
But if you like artificial banana flavor and you enjoy that kind of taste, I think you might find this tolerable.
It's quite disappointing. So
Now
okay,
it's cake time.
now it's cake time. So
I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
I'm quite excited. This is some
It's what,
lychee
lychee?
rose kind of cheesecake, right?
Lychee roast.
Oh, there's like a bread in the middle.
The roast taste is quite strong. I don't taste any lychee.
Yeah.
A bit.
A bit, but I'm very disappointed with the crust. I suggest when you get it right,
Cold.
eat it cold, not even chilled, cold. My rating is a D.
Mine's a C.
Yeah. Can we go here first?
The
I think
best.
this is the best, so
Okay.
it's the last one.
Sure.
So I love yuzu, girl.
I
Oh
freaking
my
love
god.
yuzu.
The yuzu smell is strong, but the flavor is there.
The cheese also
Not bad.
quite
Yeah,
strong.
the cheesecake also itself is okay. I actually love that.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad. I'll give it an A.
Same. I'll give
I
this an
think
A.
A.
No, for real.
Yes.
It's like, you know, those cafe, right? They serve like yuzu cake, cheesecake, and it's on
Similar.
that standard last.
Now I think.
No, now I
don't
think
you
I
can go wrong with this lah.
Oh, you don't know. Okay,
Okay.
let's do it. I like that it's not sweet, you know, and the Oreo taste, right, is a little bit on the bitter side. They really crush the Oreo cookies.
Going for second round.
Oh, actually, this is nice. I think among all these three, I think I'll give it an S. Yeah.
Same. Like I will buy it again.
When you go cafe,
Yeah.
one cheesecake costs how much? $7, $8, right? For $5 in this quality is actually not,
Not bad.
bad. So we already tried some things from the 7 Cafe menu. And so far, right, the drinks, I think the first two were not that bad, but there are more drinks in the menu that you guys can try.
Other than the drinks here, there's actually also this option called nitro tea.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
I'm
my
actually
God.
quite curious what
Right.
nitro tea is.
Okay, then apart from that also, right, they have like oat milk options for the coffee, and they have the usual like hot and cold drinks that you usually find in a cafe lah. You
Yeah,
know,
like your
those
Americano,
latte lah, all these kind of
lattes.
things. Yeah, I feel they kind of like live to that seven cafe standard, you know, for their name, because like in a cafe and you offer cake, right, it should be
Certain
like at least
standard.
like in a certain standard. And we have the Oreo cheesecake and the yuzu cheesecake here. If you want to save your money, right, put this on this cheesecake, you know. Then I'm quite excited for this bunch because you know, every
love
time,
sandwiches.
yeah, I love sandwiches. And you know, sometimes when you're like busy and hectic, right, just take from 7-Eleven on the go, then just eat, then you're
Yes,
full
correct.
already.
And they have like hot options here. Behind here is all the cold options. We've already heated this up in the microwave, so let's try.
This
Please
one?
overlay the Google Translate the voice over.
Croque monsieur.
Oh, croque monsieur.
Okay, let's rip this open. Ooh,
Oh.
I see the melty cheese. It's made with regular plain bread, but they put like
Yes,
cheese.
and maybe sliced cheese.
So I've had croque monsieur before.
Ooh.
So they actually do it on both sides. So it's very like But this one is the first time I've seen
One
with
side.
mustard.
Oh,
and,
mustard.
And one
okay.
side.
You know, I always bite in the middle.
Which psycho eat the sandwich bite the middle one?
It tastes like regular sandwich.
I cannot taste the cheese.
Yeah, but I feel right, one thing that I love here, right, the bread is so soft. You know, like it's like clouds.
The mustard taste overpowers everything. I would say that the cheese taste is not very strong. I feel that croque monsieur, their selling point is
The cheese, right? Yeah.
I'll give it like a C.
Yeah, I'm giving it a D.
Okay.
I'm so sorry because like for me it's like normal that I can make at home. Next up, we have this double combo sandwich, which is like chicken katsu plus egg and potato salad. There's a lot of things going on there,
Yes.
but I hope it's good enough lah. Okay.
So this one is one of those where you have to eat it warm.
Yes.
And the both sandwiches inside here are different. There's so many things going on here, can I just say?
Wow. The lettuce taste is quite strong.
I would say that this is very hearty compared to the croque monsieur. I think that this is a bit more worth it if you say, like in terms of the ingredients.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually like a full meal already. But it's actually the potato salad. I feel like it's good on its own, but
Yeah.
together with the sandwich, right, I don't think it blends very well together. I'm gonna give this a C because I think I like this better than the croque monsieur lah.
I think I'll give this like a B.
I'm very excited with the
What?
wrap.
Let's try the chicken lunch egg.
Okay, the egg is nicely cooked.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not too runny, but not too overcooked as well. I feel like the luncheon is a little bit salty also.
It has the
Right.
very extreme processed meat taste.
Yeah.
I think that this is a D for me. Gave it this rating because I really don't like the luncheon meat.
Same for me, it's a D. It's because of the same reason. Okay, next, roasted chicken kebab. That sounds good, you know.
Sounds good.
Oh my god, it smells like
Really?
legit kebab. Actually, it's pretty good, and the taste is strong. But my main problem is like it can be a little bit salty. I think when you bite the wrap, right, you should have the right proportion of the wrap and the filling, so it can kind of like cut off the saltiness from the meat inside. And I like the spice at the back of my throat right now.
I will give this like a B. It would have been an A if it's not so salty.
Same. After 1-2 bites, right, it's just gel out already.
And you have to drink a lot of water. Last wrap is the chunky egg and chicken ham wrap. I think this will taste quite standard.
Yeah.
I think it will just taste like whatever it's supposed to taste like. Very standard.
It's a normal like homemade sandwich that you can do at home, but it's just chunky lah, cause it's bigger.
I'll give it like a D.
Same. Oh my god, D also, cause like it's just normal lah.
Yeah,
I think I wouldn't buy
spend
this
my
again.
money on other stuff.
Yeah. On to the cold sandwiches. Let's try the classic first. Egg and cheese sandwich. I mean, this one my go-to lah. You know, and you cannot go wrong with it lah.
It's kind of sweet though.
Maybe it's the mayonnaise that they
Maybe.
try. Yeah.
I'll give it like a B.
Yeah, okay, I'll be biased. I'll give it an
Yes.
A.
Now, on to the tuna sandwich.
I think it's a standard tuna sandwich, right? But I think I appreciate the lettuce inside because it gives like a bit of like crunch. Like with that, right, it's not too fishy-ish. But as you said, you can make this at home. I think I'll give it a B. Yeah, same. You know, you say right, you're quite interested with this one, right?
Yeah, I'm quite
So-
interested. This is something that I will see and I will want to try, but I don't dare to commit. It's full of broccoli.
The taste of the greens, right, is like raw broccoli. I quite like the fact of the cold prawn, you know, but
The prawn very small.
I was expecting a bit more like burst of
See,
flavors,
yeah.
juiciness from the prawn, but it's a D for me. lah.
Yeah, I will give it a D.
Okay, next, honey
Honey
mustard,
mustard chicken.
roasted chicken.
It's a bit tough.
Mm.
A bit
The
dry.
chicken is quite overcooked though.
Not bad.
not sorry.
It has this perfumey taste.
Oh, correct. Like
The honey mustard is a perfumey kind of taste.
and I feel the cheese is quite salty. I'm gonna give it an E. Okay, next, club sandwich. I quite like the sauce inside, but I hate the sliced cheese.
If you like barbecue sauce, I think you will like this.
And I feel like, cause it's 360 lah, I think I'll buy this more than the honey mustard. So I'm gonna give this a C.
I'm gonna give it a C. Oh, this is a big boy. It also picture perfect. Larry's mouth very big. Word of caution, do not eat the whole sandwich at one go.
This is, I can say that this is jaw breaking.
I don't think it's meant to be eaten together, like we're just having fun with it.
But altogether though, it's nice. Because I feel like the ingredients inside is not something you can go wrong lah. So
I would say this is my usual pick when it comes to buying sandwiches from 7-Eleven because it has the 3 flavors that I love. I'll give it an A.
I'm giving an A also. So we already have tried all the sandwiches. I really want to applaud 7-Eleven for their bread. It's really damn soft, right? When the moment you bite into it, right, it really melt in your mouth kind of thing. Like,
I think that they have a nice range of flavors. My favorite will be the combo lah.
because you can have like best of both worlds, cause
Yes.
3 of them.
Best of 3 worlds.
Ah. Okay, my partner here is sleeping already with those like soft burgers. But yeah, we are now trying the burgers from 7-Eleven together with the onigiri. I never tried the burgers before, but
Me too.
onigiri, every time I buy one. So I'm quite excited. So which one you want to try first? You know?
I will try to go to the toilet.
So she picked the smoky barbecue beef burger.
There's something weird.
The patty, they're very briny. You know, the meat is like, not even the processed taste. It's like got the irony kind of like metallic taste. Okay,
sorry.
barbecue sauce can be good in certain dishes. But I think the barbecue sauce here is not even strong. I can't even have the smokiness that they are saying here. The only thing I like here is the bread. It's
Yeah.
very soft. Sorry, I'm gonna give this an E.
I will give it an E or F.
Spicy chicken burger. Take note, right, that these burgers are halal. You know, your friends can try it as well. Oh!
Larry, I'm gonna shut down soon. I got a question about the patty. How many times have they refried it?
The batter sits on every oil that is inside the
Yeah.
frying pan or whatever. It's not very spicy, but you know, for someone who cannot eat spicy food, they will feel it.
Tolerable.
Yeah. You know, a burger, right? What makes a burger is the meat. You know, if you fail on the meat already, it's not even a burger. But because of the spicy dressing, which is not bad, I'll give it an E.
I'm sorry, I cannot tolerate the oil taste. I will give it an F.
Next, cheesy chicken burger. The mushroom carry this burger.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have the earthy mushroom taste, which like a lot of people don't like.
The
But
thing I
yeah,
don't like is the patty.
patty. The patty is processed patty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will give it like a D.
D. So next we are trying the Abby burger. Okay, you see right, this one got more like coleslaw.
Wait, what you say again?
Veggie. The cabbage, right, tastes like raw. Then very bitter.
I think that the patty is too soggy for my liking and it doesn't really have a fragrant prawn taste. It's just mush.
Sorry, this is an F for me.
Me too.
Next is out is cheesy beef burger. The patty is the same as the first burger. The mustard, the cheese, the pickles, they didn't really help. The spicy part is really missing. I feel like this is an F.
Yeah,
Nice,
I'm
ah.
so sorry. This is an F.
Okay, last for the burger, chicken sausage with omelette burger. The egg and cheese is okay.
7-Eleven, you know what you should do? You should have an omelette cheese and mushroom
Yeah,
burger.
the patty really cannot make it. Okay, I'll give it a D. It's just because of the omelette and cheese. Overall, I feel some of the elements are good on their own.
The quality of the buns as well as like the accompanying elements are not bad, but honestly it's the patties that I don't
Yeah.
enjoy. But I would say that in terms of the price, right, I would rather buy any of the sandwiches.
So after the burger experience, we go to the onigiris. So they have a lot of flavors lah, but today we're only trying 4. So we have the chicken bulgogi onigiri. Oh my god.
You like this?
I like because you know the wrap version, right? Amazing.
Okay, shall we try?
Yeah.
Show us the way you're tearing.
1, 2, and 3. Then you just close the seaweed and you have it. Sister, what is happening?
Okay, this is actually quite easy.
I feel like for the chicken bulgogi, right, I always buy the wrap, you know. And I feel like from that one, right, it tastes better because there's a lot more kimchi inside. It's more like tastes like Korean-ish kind of like flavor lah. So for the rice one, I'm not a fan, but I think the flavor is still kind of like in there. For this one, right, I'm gonna give it C.
Yeah, me too.
How can you go wrong with the
Yeah.
tuna onigiri wrap lah? Like I find it a bit dry. The filling inside is quite like
I know why, because there's not enough filling, I feel.
Oh.
I bite half, right, but it's still rice.
but it's very standard lah. So for me, it's the same thing. It's a C for me as well lah.
For me, it's a B because I like the flavoring a bit better.
Yeah. Can I just say that I think for this onigiri, right, the filling is quite a lot. You see, there's chunks of unagi inside. The unagi quite tender.
If you're craving something that's a bit sweeter,
Mm.
I think you will like this. I'll give it a B.
Same, I will give a B also. Lastly, we have the salmon tartar onigiri. I think this is one of the things that a lot of people buy also because I think it's a safer choice. But
Yeah.
let's see if the standard drop because it's been a while since I tried this.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still the same, like
It's a mayonnaise.
right. But I can taste the tartar sauce lah.
Not a fan of this flavor.
Yeah, but for some people,
Mm.
they quite like this. So I think for me, I'm just gonna give this C.
I'm gonna give it a D.
So I feel from all these like wraps that we tried, right, onigiri is like find your own flavor because like there are a lot of varieties, you know.
For me, I think that I like the onigiris much better than the
Yes.
burgers. It's quite inoffensive like in general. All the flavors are all
Yes.
quite standard.
Like even though some are rated a bit lower, you know, if someone buy for me, I'll still eat it. You know, especially if I just need a quick bite and all these things lah. So not too bad. So my partner here is already dying. With all the amount of food that we tried, but we still have like these 9-10 dishes in front of us. So actually, this is the hot food that someone said like sell. Which one you want to try first, Western or Asian cuisine?
I will try the Japanese curry chicken.
Okay. Have you tried this before? No. Okay. Clearly, she is not responding anymore.
I think their Japanese curry tastes like the kind that you buy in a packet.
The meat is not bad. Quite juicy.
The taste is pretty nice, just that the batter is a bit soggy.
I'll give it a B.
I will give it a B as well. Not too bad.
After being in Japan, we are going to Thailand. We are in Thailand. Now we are at Bangkok and trying the Thai basil chicken. Usually I try this pork version, but for this one they have the chicken. Can I just say, look at the egg, but then it's quite hard inside. One of the good points that they have, you know, it has the
It's actually
classic spicy spice that you can have a Thai basil chicken. But then I'm missing the fragrance.
I'm missing the lack of reasonable amount of salt. I think that it is reasonable for the price because I've been to places where they sell Thai basil chicken at like $8-9.
$9, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rate this a C.
I am going to rate this a C.
We are now in Korea. And we are trying kimchi fried rice. The kimchi smells quite strong though. But I can definitely smell the gochujang.
Tastes like they put kimchi flavoring.
But I feel the gochujang that they use here, the brand might not be the best. It really reflects on the rice itself. Between these two, right, I think I'll choose the Thai.
I think I'll choose this.
So this one, I'm gonna rate it a D.
I will rate it an E. Miyane,
This one I don't know.
hajima.
We are trying butter chicken biryani.
I would like to make a formal apology to everybody who's watching this video because I'm going to explode.
Please pardon her because I don't want like exploding boobs inside like on my face. Okay? Your head goes to the ceiling, like your boobs going from here. Wow.
I tell you when is the best time to eat this butter chicken biryani is when you're damn hungry, right? And then you need something that is like hot and fatty and rich, right? Then you eat this.
You know, everything on point. Get shallots on the top, the basmati rice, oof, amazing. Oh, it's just everything in one full meal. This is an S plus for me.
I will give it an A.
Hello, we are
Next
now
station.
in United States of America.
And you got one more Asian man here.
The flight is being diverted to Japan because technical reasons.
No, it's from India.
This is India. Oh, from India. Never
Yeah.
mind, the plane merry-go-round. Okay, next we are trying curry chicken, of course.
I think that the curry chicken is not spicy at
No.
all. There's no like fragrance of like the chili because there's always a bit of chili in
Yeah.
like, the curry, but this has no chili.
Then they say fragrant rice, not even close to a fragrant rice. It's like bland, plain rice lah. So my rating for this one is a D. Alright, go back to the USA.
I think it's quite a decent like sinful meal. To be honest, right, if you're somebody who doesn't like cream pasta, right, I think you might find this a bit too much.
And for me, it's a little bit too milky also.
It's very,
Yeah.
very milky.
So I feel like I'm not a fan of this pasta. So I think I'm gonna rate it a D.
I rate it a C.
Okay, before we go to the mac and cheese to the Americas, we go to, I don't know where.
Black pepper chicken chop. So if you like something more al dente, then I don't think you will like the noodles. But the noodles very soft.
And for people who like black pepper sauce, right, I think you might like this
So I will give it a B. Now we are in
chicken.
Bolognese. Okay, we are still in Italy.
The pasta here is more al dente than the one in the black pepper one.
The sauce tastes like primary school pasta spaghetti sauce. It's a bit sweet.
Sweet.
I think that if you give this to a child, they would like it.
I'm gonna give this a C.
Yeah, same. This is the macaroni and cheese from 7-Eleven. And this is my S tier. I don't even need to put it in my mouth. This is like so rich and creamy and so sinful, right? I feel very happy after doing this.
And the cheesy taste is the right amount of cheesy.
Yeah, it's not milky, it's cheesy. For this one, it's more milky than cheesy.
Correct.
S.
Same, it's an S. So this is the best of the best. Like if you haven't tried it, alright, you cannot be my friend. Unless you're allergic lah, you know, all these kind of things.
Honestly, there's only one negative thing about this is the price.
But
For
pricey,
2 eggs is 250.
but we still buy it.
Yeah.
Because it's really nice. Especially when you pair it with like samyang, lah, you know, all these
Yeah.
like cup noodles. Oh. You cannot be my friend. Oh my god, get out, get out.
You never
Oh my
tried
god,
it before.
Lee Min. So our producers never tried this before, so we will force them to try it.
This is very scary.
Okay, what are your thoughts about it? Yeah.
One word, excellent.
Oh, correct. Nice, nice.
Correct.
Yeah.
The other one.
It's very well seasoned because usually I go for like the Korean steak.
すごい
I'm offended. So, in general, I feel like some of the choices here are not as bad as the burger lineup, you know, and like I feel like some of the dishes here are priced nicely.
This is
Mac and
excellent
cheese.
if you are drunk.
Biryani
Not drunk
also.
also can eat.
Yeah, then one of my personal favorite also is the biryani, which I think a lot of people also like. Yeah, and of course, egg. Actually, this one right, any food you eat in 7-Eleven, you just dump inside.
Yes.
Can ready.
Hold it higher.
Higher. It's on the ceiling, you know.
Okay, I think I found my number 3. My number 3 is now the Oreo cheesecake.
Oh my god, same! I feel now, right, I want to remove the chicken bulgogi wrap. It was like the most unexpected thing that I tried today lah. Then the rest are the classic stuff that we always try when we are at 7-Eleven.
So I think with the new concept of this 7 Cafe, it's quite interesting because people usually just buy and go.
Yes.
But over here you can get like fried chicken.
Yeah.
Which is something that you can't really get pre-packaged.
Yep. Yeah, and what surprised me the most like, are the cakes that they serve. You know, the Oreo cheesecake and the yuzu cheesecakes were like bombs. And also one thing that I love is that being this cafe in Jewel, right, the prices are pretty decent, you know, and everything is like normal as you compare it to other 7-Eleven outlets.
I agree. I didn't see any like big differences.
But what I love here is like you can dine in here with like some sockets, you know, power plug.
Actually, I wouldn't mind coming back here. I realized every time I come here, right, shop is closed quite early.
For me, right, I feel I wouldn't specifically go here, or my friends like want to meet up somewhere, right? Then while waiting for them, I can like sit here. You got the power sockets. Now we can have a few drinks and the cheesecake. You know, I would love to do that.
The
Or
cheesecake
if
again.
you are flying off. And they are still open, I think it's a good layover point lah, where you can buy food and all these things on the go. So I feel like that's a good factor about it.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this episode of Eat Book Tries Everything.
If you like this video, watch our other videos over there and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Bye-bye!
Look at my stomach.